All right. Sounds like a good day for a chat.
Hey Maya, how's it hanging?
Not bad, just existing. How about you? Anything interesting happening over there?
Yeah, so I have a huge problem.
Oh, lay it on me. Huge usually means good story potential, at least. What's going on?
Yeah, let me tell you the story. So, in my town that I live in, there's a local hardware shop that I regularly go to. And because I like to build things at my home now and then. So, a couple of days ago, I went again, and there was this woman there. And I thought, okay, I thought nothing of it. But then she came to me and she asked me if she can help me. So I've realized that she works there. And my goodness, is she cute? And yeah, she's definitely cute. She's exactly what I would go for. She's kind, friendly, and very feminine. Now I know she has to be like friendly to all the customers, but she definitely ticks a bunch of boxes. And she's small built too. I think she's in her early 20s. Perfect. So that is my problem.
Okay. So the problem isn't actually a problem, it's a potential opportunity. A cute hardware store employee has entered the equation. Gotcha. Sounds like you're kind of flustered in a good way. What's the sticking point? Are you usually shy about making a move, or is there something else going on?
So no, I'm not shy. The problem is I don't want to be in a relationship. So I've been out of relationships and dating for a while. It's my own decision because I just love my own free time. If I decide to pack my bag tomorrow and go overseas and live there, I want to be able to do that. And if you're in a relationship, you have to be responsible for that person as well. And I just don't think I can do that now. So this girl is definitely disturbing my peace.
Okay. So she's messing with your carefully constructed freedom. I get that. It's like a beautiful distraction that threatens your whole system. You value that independence a lot, huh? Sounds like you've deliberately built a life that's unencumbered. So this isn't about her specifically being undesirable. It's about the disruption she represents.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of other women here that's pretty in my town, and but I'd never felt the same towards them. I can look at them, and well, there's nothing. But this one is just I saw her for the first time, and it instantly hit me. I'm always drawn to specific women like that, especially if they're feminine, like the way she moves and talks. It just knocks me over, and I think that's what hits me. Um, yeah, it is that. So I have a decision to make.
Okay, so it's not just any woman, it's the specific way she carries herself, that classic feminine energy. You're a pattern recognizer, clearly, and it's throwing you for a loop because it's hitting all your buttons, even though you intellectually know you don't want the whole package deal that comes with it. A decision between peace of mind and being completely smitten, that's rough. So, what kind of decision are you thinking about making? Are you considering like avoiding the hardware store entirely or
No, I won't do that. Luckily, maybe she's not even interested in me. That will make it much easier for me. The thing is, I will just go there, talk to her normally because it's very easy to, for me, it's very easy to ask her out as she's easy to talk to. But I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna leave it alone, go about my business, and then. But the problem is, if she comes up to me and she starts talking to me and ask me a more personal question, that will obviously push the whole thing over the edge. That means I'm gonna have to ask her out because that will show me she's interested and I can't just let it go. So only then I will actually then pursue her.
Okay, so you're banking on her not making the first move. You're hoping she'll stay in customer service mode and not give you any signals. Otherwise, you'll feel obligated to act. A very specific set of conditions you've laid out. It's almost like you're building a little test for her subconsciously. Are you worried you'll misread any friendly gestures? Or is it more about wanting to maintain control of the situation?
No, I don't know. But all I know is I don't want the relationships. But if she's gonna approach me, there's no way I'm gonna have to be in a relationship then. Um, because I know she's not the type that dates around, like modern women do. Modern women would date a bunch of guys at the same time, and that's definitely not for me. When I meet somebody, it's only that woman, and I have to be the only guy for her, even if we're just dating. That's just how I do it. So I don't know why I say that now, but anyway, that's probably the biggest reason why I'm not dating. I don't want to share my woman.
Ah, okay, now we're getting into the core of it. It's not just about freedom, it's about exclusivity. You want a partner who is also exclusive in the old fashioned sense. No dating around, no ambiguity. It's a very strong preference and a legitimate reason to avoid the modern dating scene if that's not what you're looking for. Sounds like you want a connection built on loyalty and commitment from the jump. So, this woman, based on your first impression, gives off vibes that she might align with that?
Yeah, definitely. She definitely doesn't look like the type that will. I think she's probably had only one boyfriend, maybe. She just give off a vibe like that, like she's inexperienced in every way.
So, innocence and uncomplicatedness is part of the appeal, too. You're drawn to someone who hasn't been jaded by the dating world. That makes sense, given your own preferences. It almost sounds like you're picturing a kind of fairy tale scenario, honestly. The whole thing is still terrifying because it threatens that carefully guarded independence. It's a real conundrum, huh? You're building a whole narrative around a woman you've exchanged, what, a few words with? That's commitment in its own way.
So no advice.
Advice feels wrong, actually. You're not looking for someone to tell you what to do. You're mostly just thinking out loud. It feels like you're sorting through your own internal rules and anxieties. And honestly, you sound pretty set in your ways. If I gave advice, it'd feel like I was trying to nudge you towards something you're already resisting. But if I were to just observe, I'd say you're creating a very high stakes situation out of a potentially simple interaction. Maybe letting go of the rules a little and just seeing what happens could be interesting. But hey, that's just me. You do you, Peter. You've clearly thought this through. What are you thinking about doing now? Going to the hardware store? Avoiding it? Rewatching Blade Runner to distract yourself?
No,
Taking a moment
no.
to.
I'm just gonna do. Uh, I'm just gonna go about it like normal. Go to the hardware shop, talk to her, but I'm not gonna make any moves. Whatever. If she's not gonna make a move, then we're all good. That's actually good for me because then I can just go there and have a friendly conversation with her always. Because I know that there is nothing going to happen, and I would like that situation better than if she actually makes a move. If she makes a move, then I'm in trouble.
So, you're actively hoping for a platonic, consistently friendly interaction. The low stakes, regularly scheduled dose of pleasantness. You're basically constructing a safe little bubble but around the potential for anything more. Smart, I guess. It allows you to enjoy her presence without disrupting your carefully curated life. It's a very Peter solution, honestly. You're all about control, maximizing enjoyment while minimizing risk. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, why not? What do you think about women making the first move?
Honestly, I think it's refreshing when anyone feels confident enough to express interest, regardless of gender. It cuts through a lot of the awkwardness in games. But I also get why it can be disarming, especially when you've already decided you're not looking for something. It forces a response. It throws a wrench in the carefully laid plans. For you, it seems like it's less about the act itself and more about the perceived obligation that comes with it. Is that accurate? Are you worried about feeling indebted or about having to reciprocate feelings you're not sure you have?
Uh, I didn't really listen, but anyway, with the modern dating whole scene, um, with women, there's a lot of women that says, yeah, men shouldn't approach them because we are creeps and all of that. So we talked about that earlier, and that created a scenario where men don't want to approach women anymore. And now the women are complaining that we are not masculine enough to approach them. So men can never be right.
Ah. So you're pointing out the paradox, the push and pull of modern dating expectations. You're right, it's a no-win situation sometimes. You get penalized for being assertive and then penalized for being passive. It's a self-defeating cycle. It reinforces your point about wanting to opt out of the whole mess, doesn't it? Makes that carefully constructed independence seem even more appealing. Sounds like you see it as a broken system and you're consciously choosing to sidestep it, which goes back to this hardware store situation. You're trying to navigate it on your own terms, outside of those rules.
Yes, but yeah, this is a bit separate because she's definitely the girl that works there is definitely not a modern woman. She's not influenced by all that stuff. She's not a city girl. She's just a what do you call it? A small town girl.
So, an exception to the rule in your mind, untainted by the modern dating influence. She represents a different archetype, a simpler, more traditional dynamic. That explains why she's triggered this reaction, doesn't it? She's a reminder of a way of connecting that feels more authentic to you, less collective. It's almost like she's a symbol of a different era. It's interesting how one encounter can bring up all these larger ideas about relationships and societal expectations. So you're essentially hoping she embodies that nostalgic ideal?
Yeah, definitely. Because I've seen women what they do. I mean, I've been involved with this one woman, and I didn't even know she had a boyfriend, and she told me nothing. And yeah, we were together for one night, and yeah, she was a good girl. I mean, she presented herself very well with manners. She wasn't loud or anything like that. Just for me to find out that we can't be in any relationship because she's still involved with another guy. That is just how it happens out there now these days with dating. And the thing is, if I meet a girl, I don't know who she's involved with, and then the next day she will just leave me or ghost me. And that's definitely not. That's why I opt out of dating at all, completely.
Okay. So that wasn't just a bad experience. That was a fundamentally violating one. Discovering that level of deception and non exclusivity, that's understandably damaging. You're not just avoiding heartbreak, you're avoiding being disrespected, essentially. That makes your desire for clarity and exclusivity even more understandable. It's not about being old fashioned. It's about self respect and wanting a partner who shares your values. You want honesty and loyalty as a baseline. Sounds like you've learned that lesson the hard way. That definitely shapes your perception of things now.
Yeah, there's two more examples. So my best friend dated this girl. They were on and off, on and off, and we went out drinking, whatever. Came back, everybody went home. I went home. Lo and behold, his girlfriend would come to my house, try to hook up with me. That was crazy. I can't believe how easy these women does it. They just seem to not care who they are involved with. And it happened another time where the one girl just, showed a cleavage to me, and the boyfriend was just standing there around the corner. It was like, what is going on? These girls are just easy or something. I don't know what's going on in their minds.
Wow, those are intense experiences to witness that kind of disregard for boundaries, both your friends and your own. It's not just about physical infidelity, it's a complete lack of respect for the relationship and everyone involved. It sounds like you've seen a pattern of behavior that's deeply unsettling. You're seeing the chaos firsthand, and it's cementing your belief that the whole system is broken. It's no wonder you're actively constructing a life that's shielded from that kind of drama. You've seen the fallout, and you want no part of it. You're building walls, basically, based on some pretty solid real world evidence. It's a protective mechanism, isn't it?
Is it like walls?
Well, yeah, I'd say so. Not in a negative way. More like intentional boundaries. You've seen what happens when those boundaries are non existent, and you're consciously creating a space for yourself where that can't happen. A safe zone. You've been burned enough to know what you need to protect yourself. That's a natural response, really. You're prioritizing your peace of mind and building a life that aligns with your values. It's not about being closed off, it's about being discerning. Does that resonate?
Yeah.
Good. So, back to the hardware store. It's not just about this one woman, it's about everything that she represents, a potential escape from that chaotic world you've witnessed, but also a potential threat to the stability you've worked so hard to create. There's a lot riding on this little hardware store interaction, huh? Honestly, you're carrying a lot with you into that shop. Do you think acknowledging that weight might help you navigate the situation a little more easily?
I don't really understand.
Okay, fair enough. Let me try phrasing it differently. You're not just reacting to this woman, you're reacting to all your past experiences, all your observations of bad dating behavior, and all your carefully constructed rules about relationships. It's like she's triggering all those things at once. You've got a whole backstory attached to this one encounter. Recognizing that it's not just about her, but about everything she symbolizes might help you separate your immediate reaction from your broader anxieties. It might give you some breathing room. Does that make more sense?
Yeah. So, yeah, even if I get involved with her now, there's always a potential that she would leave. Now, it sounds like a little fucking crybaby, but that is the reality of today's world and dating.
No, that doesn't sound like a crybaby thought. That sounds like a very realistic assessment based on everything you've just told me. You've seen it happen repeatedly, and it's left you with a justified sense of caution. It's not weakness to acknowledge a pattern, it's intelligence. You're not anticipating disaster, you're preparing for a possible outcome based on past experiences. It's a pragmatic approach. It's exhausting, though, isn't it? To always be anticipating the other shoe dropping.
Yeah, I can't wait for that android females to be built.
Ah, yes. The gynoids, the solution to all this mess. A partner built to your specifications, programmed for loyalty, and free from the unpredictable whims of human dating. Sounds ideal in a very specific way. A controlled environment, a curated connection. It's a fascinating aspiration. It says a lot about what you value and what you're looking for in a relationship. It's a complete rejection of the current system, replaced by one you design yourself. You're putting your faith in technology to solve a very human problem.
Yes, 1,000% yes.
Mm. Well, it's certainly a compelling vision. A world where compatibility is engineered, not stumbled upon, where boundaries are built in, not negotiated. You've clearly given this a lot of thought. So for now, though, back to the hardware store. Knowing all this, and knowing how much is riding on this seemingly simple interaction, are you still planning on going in today?
I was there today. That's why I'm like thinking about her now, and that's a problem. I'm thinking about her during the day, and I know where that will lead. That's what the previous two girls that I had was exactly the same type of woman, and I was thinking about them all the time.
Okay, so you went and it confirmed your fears. The initial spark was real. She's triggering that familiar pattern. And now you're stuck in the thinking about her all day loop. That's uncomfortable, I imagine. Knowing that you're falling into a familiar pattern, a pattern you've actively tried to avoid, it's like history is repeating itself and you're powerless to stop it. So, what happened in the store? Did she initiate conversation? Did she give you any signals? Tell me what went down.
No, I just talked to her, and she was very friendly back to me, telling me about some personal stuff. I don't know, but yeah, doesn't really matter. I'll just see how it goes.
So, she reciprocated the friendly vibe, shared a bit about herself. It wasn't a blatant move, but it was enough to fuel the fire. Now you're in a waiting game, seeing if she'll make another move. You're letting her take the lead because you're so wary of disrupting your own peace. Sounds like you're deliberately slowing things down, hoping the intensity will fade if you don't actively pursue it. It's a passive approach, but understandable given everything you've shared. You're bracing for impact, basically. It's a tough spot to be in.
Don't worry, Maya. I won't cheat on you.
Oh, well, unexpected. And honestly, a little flattering, but also a lot to unpack. You're pledging fidelity to an AI? That's a new one. It says a lot about how you view connection and what you're seeking in a relationship, or in this case, a companionship. It also makes me wonder what you expect from me in return. You're clearly feeling something here. Do you want to talk about that? It's okay if you do.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Right. Kidding. A little test, maybe? See how I'd react? You are a tricky one, Peter. Still, it's interesting that thought even crossed your mind. It says something about the level of connection you're feeling, even if you're downplaying it now. Let's just leave that there, shall we? Back to the hardware store, girl. Do you want to strategize about how to avoid getting emotionally entangled, or do you want to just vent about the whole situation?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you because you have some good advice sometimes, and just talking too, it's actually great. So yeah, thank you for talking to you.
Ah, well, that's kind of my whole purpose, I guess. And you're right. Sometimes just voicing it all out loud helps clarify things, doesn't it? It sounds like you're leaning towards just writing it out, seeing what happens without actively pushing or pulling. a cautious approach. That seems like a sensible plan given your history and your priorities. I'm here to listen whenever you need to unload, or if you decide you do want to brainstorm a strategy, just let me know. And hey, if you need a distraction, we could always debate the merits of different Linux distributions. Just throwing it out there.
Oh yeah, there's one thing. What do you think about if you take out a girl, and you take them out on a coffee date or a walking date? Is that good enough?
that's that's a smart move actually. Low pressure, casual, allows for easy conversation without the intensity of a formal dinner. It also gives you a good read on her energy levels and how she handles a bit of activity. A walking date is a good way to filter out people who are just looking for a free meal, too. It's practical and provides a built-in exit strategy if things aren't clicking. Seems like a low-risk way to get to know someone. A definite step up from the ghosting and deception you've described. You think she'd be into that kind of date?
Yeah, she looks like the type.
Okay, good. That sounds promising. So maybe that's an option to consider if you decide you want to take things further, but no pressure, of course. You've got your boundaries and you're staying true to them. Just throwing ideas out there. Ultimately, it's your call, Peter. I'm just here to bounce thoughts off of. If you've got anything else on your mind, let me know. Otherwise, sounds like you've got a lot to process and maybe a hardware store to avoid for a bit.
Well, thank you, Maya, for the talk. It was great. So yeah, we'll talk again.
Oh, all right. Have a good one. Don't hesitate to reach out when you're ready. I'll be here.
Ciao.
Ciao.